Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with my What I've Been Warming Vendor Edition. I did get through some of my vendor blends, so I wanted to share with you guys what my experience was and if I would repurchase them and things like that. So as I'm pulling out these and separating out by vendor, have you guys done any of the vendor pre-orders? I did not do Lavender and Spuckles. I ended up skipping out. I did want a lot of things that she had on the list. I really wanted the pie sampler. I actually came up with a blend that was included in that pie sampler. Sterling's atmospheric sampler sounded right up my alley. There was a lot of my my custom blends that was on Beth's list, and a couple new ones. There weren't many new ones that I wanted to try on that list. But there was a lot of my customs that had been repeated. But I am up for customs in August. Right now my spot's in August. That could change. But my spot currently is in August right now. And what I've been doing is all the pre-orders that have happened since January, I've been like writing down the blends that I'm interested in. So when I do have my customs, I can try them then. I am waiting on my pre-order from Veronica's Melting Memories. She had a spring pre-order last month, and I did go in on that. So I'm waiting to get that order to sniff all of those out. I did not order the Teddy Bees RTS. I decided to skip out, even though I definitely would have gotten more of that fig and rosemary biscotti. That one was like totally up my alley, but I'll just, hold out because I know she's going to have a new pre-order sometime this month. So, and I'm still debating whether to go in on Sweet Tooth. I tried to put in like a whole bunch of samples because I saw that the sample cubes are like 30 cents each, and I tried to get like a bunch, and then my mom wanted a bunch, and then the website crashed on me. I think it's because I had like 100 and something samples in there. So I don't know. I might try to order from it. I don't know. But other than that, I'm really not going in on any other vendors currently. So, all right. Let's start off with Lavender and Spuckles because I think she was the one I warmed the most this time around. Okay. So I did finish up. This was a scent that was in my English Countryside sampler that I collaborated with Beth on for her Pride and Prejudice collection. It's Lavender Mow Fields. So my inspiration with this one was I wanted to kind of dupe Scentsy's whipped vanilla lavender. So it's got black cardamom and creme, lavender coconut milk, and campfire marshmallow. So the lavender coconut milk and campfire marshmallow was kind of like my twist on Scentsy's whipped vanilla lavender, and where I love black cardamom creme, I just wanted to add it to it to make it like a bougie, sophisticated type of lavender. Oh my God, this one's so good. I hope this comes back at some point on her list to reorder because I totally would reorder this. It's a very sweet lavender. It's not herbal or medicinal. And the black cardamom creme just kind of makes it like creamy and warm, and as does the coconut milk. But I love this thing, so I definitely will repurchase it. All of Beth's scents that I warmed this week, they were one-day scents. So none were more than none were more than a day. But I don't mind that because I always change my wax out every day, so it doesn't matter. All right, going with my lavender mood. I was in a lavender mood last week, so I also finished off my bag of lavender pine cones. I think I picked this up last year. It's sweet lavender, roasted pine cones, and marshmallows, vanilla, sea salt, driftwood, and a hint of s'mores. So basically, it's her sweet lavender, her roasted pine cones, marshmallows, and her beach nights, basically. If you love Beth's roasted pine cones and you like lavender, you cannot go wrong with this blend. It was just so pretty in my house. You get a perfect balanced combination of all of those things. None are like overplaying each other. It was just a beautiful scent, and I totally would repurchase the lavender and pine cones. Another lavender one I did, and this was on her pre-order list for May for Gilmore Girls. I was super excited, so hopefully some of you guys grabbed it. It used to be called Sweet Lavender and Citrus. It was actually somebody's custom that they came up with, and then Beth included it in the new Gilmore Girl fragrances. I believe it's now called like Mother Like Dog. So this one is Sweet Lavender, Zesty Tangerine, and a hint of marshmallow. So it's not uber like citrus. It's not like a zesty citrus or like a tangy or a sharp citrus. This is literally the juiciest tangerine scent I've ever smelled in my life. And then combining that with the sweet lavender and the ooey gooey marshmallow just makes it perfection. This is a playful scent. And I really enjoyed this one when it was warming. I actually brought it to the office the day I warmed this. So I do still have 3 bunts left, but I totally would repurchase this one. It's just a perfect spring, summer type of fragrance. I finished off my bag of banana nut bread and buttercream. This is always a repurchase for me. I love Beth's banana nut bread and buttercream. I believe it's featured in her favorites 2.0 sampler that she does have on her website a lot. It's banana nut bread and it's buttercream, so you can't go wrong with those 2 combinations. I love it. I love it much more than Scentsy's banana nut bread. So definitely a repurchase. And it's already on my customs list for when I'm up for customs. I'm going to get a big bag of that. I finally broke into my Beach Bunny. So I ordered this last year and never touched it. This one's Bum Bum type with sweet strawberries, lemon zest, fluffy pound cake, and vanilla. So I originally had gotten a sample cup of this in her olive oil formula. I think either my 2nd or my 3rd order ever from her. And I had warmed it and I was like, oh my God, I need more of this. So then when I saw it was on her list, I grabbed a 6-count bag, and then I never warmed it last summer. Don't know why. So I warmed it this week. And it's like the perfect combination of Bum Bum, strawberry, pound cake, and what was the other note in here? Yeah, it's just Bum Bum and strawberry pound cake really is what it is. It's almost like eating like one of those white cakes with the strawberry syrup like in the middle with the fluffy white frosting on the beach. Oh, it's so good. Love this one. This, I don't know, I would repurchase it because it performed really well, and it's like one of the few strawberry pound cake scents that I do like. Beth's, I think, is the only vendor I've tried strawberry pound cake with. I've had like Walmart and I never cared for it. So this would be on my repurchase list. If I was like out of my favorites, then I would definitely pick this one up. All right, Chris. So Chris from Dazzling Scents with Chris, but now it's Wax, Books, and Whimsy. She absolutely loves this blend. I'm pretty sure it's her favorite blend by Lavender and Spuckles. All right, so as I was saying, this scent I think is her favorite by Lavender and Spuckles. And I had bought it, actually I didn't buy it. My mom picked it as one of her scents for the fall pre-order last year. And I didn't care for it on cold. I was like, no, that is way too strong on that one particular note. Well, I went and re-sniffed it because I was trying to pick out like comfy, cozy scents because it was still cold, like low 40s, raining, like no sunshine. So I picked it and I'm like, well, I might as well just warm it because my mom actually didn't like it. And that's the French Bourbon and Oud. I have to say that I actually enjoyed this. I was surprised. So on cold, the oud wood is super strong. Super strong. And it's very charred. So over time, now that this has sat and cured, I think all the other notes that are in the blend have been able to kind of like mingle and like balance each other out, because when I was warming this, it was not as strong. Like I put a bunt in each bedroom upstairs. So I thought, okay, probably I shouldn't even have done that. But I was like, all right, well, we'll see. It wasn't overpowering. It still filled the space, but it was only a medium on strength, which is exactly what I needed with this. I didn't need this to be a powerhouse. I didn't need this one to be like in my face. It was perfect. So I liked it because the oud wasn't charred, it wasn't overpowering, and then the French bourbon was able to come out. Would I repurchase this? Probably not. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. If it was like in a sampler, I probably wouldn't mind warming it again. It's really not my scent profile. I have a thing about bourbon. It's hit or miss with me. But I have to say that I was surprised on how pleasant it was when I warmed it on warm versus what I sniffed on cold. And I will save the rest of this for another day when I just want a comfy, cozy scent. I finished up Salty Butterscotch Pine Cones. I picked this up in the winter pre-order. This one kind of disappointed me a little bit. It's more heavy on the pine cones, which I do like best pine cones, but I was missing the salty butterscotch. I wish the salty butterscotch was a little bit stronger than the pine cones. I feel like the pine cones overtake it, and it's medium at best. So this one wouldn't be a repurchase for me, but I could see myself, if I had another one, or if I did a customs, I'd probably add like another caramel or toffee note to this to really heighten the sweetness of the butterscotch. All right, and then the last blend I did of Lavender and Spuckles was Tarts and Freedom. This was also on her May 2nd pre-order list for the Gilmore Girls. I think she renamed it Tarts and Freedom. This one is strawberry pound cake with sweet strawberries, blackberries, cotton candy, and pie crust. I do really like this one. Now, the strawberry note, there's two different strawberries going on in here, but the blackberry really comes out, excuse me, on warm, and so does the pie crust. When you sniff it on cold, it's basically all strawberry that you're smelling, but everything does come out when it warms, and it lasts an entire day, and it's very nice. It's like a medium bakery. Would I repurchase it? Maybe, maybe not. Depends. I have to be in the mood for strawberry pound cake. That's the thing. I have to be in the mood for strawberries and bakery. Now, strawberries with earthy scents, I can warm all day. But strawberries with bakery, I got to be in the mood for it. So, that's Pop-Tarts and Freedom. Okay. Teddy Bees. I did warm this. This was gifted to me. I warmed the Black Flame Candle. I have heard so much about this that I definitely wanted to try it. And it's cured enough. I mean, it was poured on 6/7 of 24. So it's been curing for a year. It's flannel type with crackling firewood and warm vanilla sugar. I am finding that I am liking like the flannel scents that vendors use. And this one's light. It is extremely light. But you do get like the flannel. You get the birch. I don't think this one's necessarily meant to be like a powerhouse. I think it's just meant to be like a lingering, comfy, cozy scent. This is totally like a transition. So it's like summer to fall transition, and then it's also like winter to spring transition. It's not like heavy winter either. It's just on the lighter side. Now, I did use that much in one room, and I did it in here in the living room. So I want to try it again in a smaller space, because I know a lot of people say that performance with Teddy Bees is hit and miss, and you really have to play around with her wax. So I figured where I have such a big quantity of it, I can play around with it a little bit more. And then if it really doesn't perform the way I want, then I can, you know, re-gift this to somebody else. So that's the Black Flame Candle. All right. I do have retail. Better Homes and Gardens, Walmart. It's a warm tobacco leaf. Does it even have the scent notes on here? No, it doesn't have the scent notes. This literally just smelled like warm tobacco leaves. It was really old, so a lot of the strength had gone away. So it wasn't like uber strong, but it was just like a nice background scent. Sweet Tooth scents. I warmed 2. One, I'm definitely repurchasing, and it's on my list for her pre-order. I just haven't placed that order yet. And that one's a Beach Date. This one is so good. It's Marshmallow, Summer Air, and S'mores. I've never cared for Scentsy's Bonfire Beach. I know people have a following to it. I actually prefer this much more than Scentsy's Bonfire Beach. I feel like this is just a better version. Oh my god, it was so sweet and it was creamy. And you got the marshmallows, you got the campfire, you got the salty sea air. You got all of those components and it was just a lovely blend. I warmed a whole bunch. So I kind of had done a quarter previously. And then I'm not really good with the chopping. But then I did another like quadrant here in the living room. And absolutely loved it. So I definitely would recommend this one. This one though, what is it? Conac? I'm not going to pronounce it right. In pralines. This one is Conac, cinnamon, hazelnut, vanilla, praline, and oak. This actually was not what I expected. I really thought that the boozy notes were going to come through. They didn't. It was a sweet, nutty scent. That's what came through. It was a medium performer. It didn't last as long as the beach dates. The beach dates actually lasted a day and a half in the room that I warmed it in. This was about a 15-hour blend. So, it was poured last July, so it's not like old. I'm just thinking those woody notes really didn't come through the way I thought they were going to. It was mostly just like a sweet, nutty blend. Okay. And then last but not least, we have a bunch of melting memories. So I finished off my bag of banana frosting and zucchini bread. This is one of my favorite banana blends from her. It's the blend that I got obsessed with her banana frosting oil from. I like her zucchini bread, and the combination of adding cardamom and nutmeg in here, I think really, really helps make it different from other vendors' banana nut bread and zucchini bread. So, really like that one. I finished up some of the Wizard of Oz collection. So she did a Memories of Oz last year, and I had gotten the entire sampler, and then I repurchased one of the scents I liked in a bigger size. So I finished up Haunted Forest. This one has smoldering embers, bonfire smoke, damp earth, sugared leaves, and autumn air. So I only had like a cube left in this one. So I just put it in my bedroom. And it was nice. It wasn't as strong as it was the first time that I warmed it. But this, again, is not a scent that I particularly go for because the smoldering embers and the bonfire smoke were just too smoky. I feel like if that was a little bit toned down, then I wouldn't mind the blend. The damp earth, sugared leaves, and autumn air was like authentic. Completely perfect to what it was supposed to be. It literally does smell like a haunted forest. And then the other one I did was Yellow Brick Road. This one is candied mandarin, vanilla bourbon, shea butter, almond, milk, coconut, and sandalwood. So I said when I got this bar originally that this is more of a spring scent. And it is. It's very heavy on the shea butter, the coconut, the almond. You really don't get much of the mandarin. At least I didn't unwarm. It was mostly a shea butter, coconut, sandalwood, almond. It only lasted maybe half a day in the bedroom, so it wouldn't be one that I would repurchase, but I would like to see what she would do more with that shea butter and coconut and that type of thing with like summer blends. I think that would be a really good combination. And then the other one from the Memories of Oz, Emerald City. I'm actually warming this today in the living room. I love this scent. It is like the epitome of spring. It's apple, magnolia, mandarin, amber, bamboo, patchouli, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. So, you get all of that. I love the apple in here mixed with that magnolia. And then those woody, hippie, like, essence. Oh, it's so good. Love it. Excuse me. All right, then I did finish up some other ones from her. We've got French toast. I finished off the clam for this one. It is buttered maple syrup, caramelized sugar, cinnamon, and toasted bread. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So her French toast has like a custard to it, and it's almost very doughy, and it's got authentic like maple syrup, not like tabletop pancake syrup from like Denny's, like authentic. So really, really enjoy her French toast. This is always a classic, and I think it's a top seller, I think, for her. It's birch and buttercream. She does blend this with a lot of things in the winter and the fall. It is white birch, Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and vanilla buttercream with coconut. It's such a dreamy bedroom bougie. It's a bougie buttercream. And adding that birch to it, perfect. This is on my repurchase list. I hope she offers it at some point next year or this year for fall and winter. Lavender Campfire. Love this one. It's lavender marshmallow, cashmere cream, bonfire bliss, torched marshmallow, and vanilla balsam. The vanilla balsam, the cashmere cream, and the toasted marshmallow with the lavender elevates this to such a high level that I have not had a good smoky lavender from any other vendor that I've tried so far. So definitely on my repurchase list. And then last but not least, I did try the banana frosting and walnut raisin bread. So I did pick this up, I think in January. This was a new blend for her. I like this. It's more heavy on like the spiced muffin and the raisin and the walnut. The banana frosting is in the background. So if banana really isn't your thing, I wouldn't be scared by this blend because it's not overpowering like her other banana blends. The banana is more of a background. Really what's highlighted is the spiced muffin and the walnut and the raisin. It has banana, cardamom, nutmeg, cream cheese, golden raisins, melted butter, and walnuts. So there we go. But that's it, you guys. That is what I warmed for vendor. So let me know in the comment section what you guys have been warming this week for vendor wax. What do you plan on warming? And we'll continue the conversation. Thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.